All right, here we are, back on the Poke Historian with Matt X. Welcome back, everybody. This is the show where I get on this camera and I squawk and squawk and squawk at you until I can't talk no more. We talk about life, Pokemon cards, the intersection of these two things together, whatever else I feel like talking about, yada yada yada. Anyways, it's been a hell of a week at work. So much going on. But I'm hanging in and I'm actually sleeping very good, which is definitely helping me get through the day. But anyways, I thought it might help me to relax shooting one of these videos and just speaking with you fine folks of the internet about what's going on with Pokemon cards. And right now, besides the 30th anniversary coming up, the big chatter is the Unholy Trinity. And what is the Unholy Trinity? It's the three newest Pokemon card sets: Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, and Pitch Black. And I guess the internet has now collectively decided that they hate these sets and that they're no good and they're not worth picking up and that everyone should just stay away from them. And I don't get it. I think these sets, other than Perfect Order, are actually pretty good. And you can actually get them for under $200 in Perfect Order. You can actually almost get that set for MSRP. And it just makes you wonder. It's like, it just seems like with the human psyche, as soon as something becomes available and it's not super sought after, people don't want it. It happens time and time again. It's just a fascinating concept. I don't know why we're wired like that. But ultimately, though, I think that there's some pretty cool cards in here that are worth picking up. And I know like they don't have the most popular Pokemon like Gengar and Pikachu, Dragonite, Charizard. But y'all, if every single set had all of the favorite Pokemon, it would be boring as frick. Not every set needs to have the chase Pokemon cards. In fact, I appreciate a set like Chaos Rising where it's got more of a theme to it, which is Pokemon Legends ZA. It's following the game and it's following the characters of the game and all the Pokemon that are featured therein. Like, that's kind of neat. And looking back, it creates like more of a fun set to open because you can look back on that set and that will remind you of the game. Now, was Pokemon Legends ZA the greatest Pokemon game ever? No, but I still think it was pretty fun and I have fond memories playing it. So to open sets that are themed around it, to me, I actually enjoy that pretty good. And then also it's like, well, everyone claims they're all about the artwork, right? But are you really, if all you care about are the chase Pokemon? Like, expand your horizons and look at some different Pokemon. For example, you got Mega Zygarde here. Is this a popular Pokemon? No. But is this actually a really cool artwork? Yeah. And that's what I thought this was all about, right? I thought this was all about collecting the cool artworks and seeing them line up in your binder and having something really fun to look at. And it just kind of makes you wonder, well, if we're not really about the artwork, what are we really about here? And I suspect that a lot of people claim they're big collectors and whatnot, but what really has driven them to the hobby and what they are here for, even some of them might not even know it. This could be like a subconscious thing. But I do think a lot of people are attracted to value and dollar signs. And when they're not seeing that and they're not feeling that, they just don't want the set as much. And I don't know, I guess that's part of our human psyche too, right? Like we all want to have value in things and we all want to feel like we own things that are worth money. But I do think like, like this Froakie card right here, I think it's going to be valuable someday. You just got to give it time. You have to have patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's just how it is. You got to sit back and give things time to marinate. You're cooking a nice stew. You got to give it time. So that's where I'm kind of at on these new sets. And I do think Perfect Order is kind of bad, okay? But like I said, too, with that Mega Zygarde card, just because it's a bad set doesn't mean it doesn't have cool cards. I like the Clefairy, too. And Chaos Rising. Y'all, Chaos Rising to me is another sleeping giant. I'm not saying it's going to be at the same level as Phantasmal Flames exactly, but it's a pretty freaking good set. And I really like that Greninja card. To me, that Greninja card is the coolest Greninja we have ever had. And I think people are underestimating that. And I'll keep saying it. I think it's probably a pretty good buy at the price it's at. Will it go down? Maybe. But even if it does, I think it's going to go up substantially in the future. So anyways, my point with all this is when you're looking at these sets, Look at them objectively and see what you think of them. Don't listen to what everybody else is saying, especially if you're a collector, because I do think there's some really fun Pokemon. There's some really cool artworks. And it's good to just expand our horizons beyond the base favorite Pokemon that everybody knows. Get to know frickin' Toucannon for a change, you know? He's a nice toucan Pokemon. He's got kind of a cool card. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments how wrong I am. You can hit the notification bell if you want to see more stuff like this. And I'll see you in my next video.